BC.
Look at you. Still looking like you did not school, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't
We ain't over the hill yet.
Shh, it ain't over yet.
Yeah, yeah. So
we
what's
not
up, lab game?
Man, grinding,
You
baby.
gonna go and bring it in, Kifo?
no go ahead.
What's up, lab game? We in the studio with BC, Young Necronam.
Right,
It's
right.
me, Nate Baum, the Ghetto Reverend.
Cool, cool, cool. What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm locked in with some real ones today.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Jay Boo, I thought you was gonna I thought you was gonna introduce yourself.
Yeah, I see somebody ain't in there yet. They probably got the shit that was happening to me.
Right, man. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. So Necro, man, introduce yourself and let them know what you do, where you from, you know what I'm saying? The introductory things.
Man, Young Necro, formerly known as Mr. BC, whatever everybody call me. Producer, super engineer, songwriter, all the above. I'm from that 409. Yeah,
You
if you
know what I'm
hear me.
saying?
409 G County
Already.
down south. I tell the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
game, I
yeah.
say I'm from the real south. Y'all from Conda. I'm born on the water.
You know what I'm
Right down.
saying?
Yeah, other
At
than
the
that,
edge
man.
of the map.
There you go.
Already. So I mean we see you shining out here, man. Let us know what got you into the music game and what inspired you to do what you do today.
I tell people all the time I was forced, not by my own doings. I was just like everybody else out here being a badass little kid. But my mama first babysitter was my grandma. My grandma was over the choir. And after that I just, was around music the whole time. So we had really, really just grinded out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, I already know you come from a very musical family, especially in our generation. Almost everybody got their hand in the music. That I grew up
Yep.
knowing with the same last name, the career background. How how instrumental do you feel like some of the older Ken folks was in developing your style and pushing you in the direction of the hip hop and making beats and recording and whatnot.
Um, the blueprint. That's the blueprint right there. That was the
Yeah,
blueprint.
yeah,
So I mean, like I said, 13 years old, riding around and getting stuck with them. Them was the babysitters. I learned a lot of shit I shouldn't have learned, but same time I learned picked up the good shit. So
right.
you know how that go. You was doing music around that time. You seen what was up. Shit, we ain't had a lot of
Yeah,
shit to do. We
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
have
yeah,
wasn't nothing to do really, but music, basketball, or get in trouble. You know.
yeah. You about right. You about right. Um, as a witness to that, I remember you at a young age, already recording, making beats. You had your group at the time. What was the name of that first group?
TMI.
TMI.
Yeah, TMI boys. Really, that wasn't the first one, but that was the first
Yeah,
one
that's what I
everybody
was going to
seen.
say. Y'all kind of merged from TT Click and a couple of guys from Clumob, right? That form TMI, correct?
There you go. TT Click was
Uh,
first.
right,
Really, it was
right,
New
right,
Dons. I went through four of them. It was New Dons. It was TT Click. Then it was TMI. And then I did my own thing solo for a minute. And then got into the production
right.
world. So yeah, like I tell people all the time, you gotta be like Diddy with this shit. You gotta reinvent yourself from time to time. And not saying it wasn't working. It's just you working the kinks out.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing with a group is dedication. A group is dedication. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
my
yeah,
guys,
you got it.
my guys still to this day, all of them.
Oh yeah, I
They
already
never
know.
fell out. They ain't never went through none of that. We just, everybody let life hit them and, found their niche doing what they do. I just
Right,
stuck to,
right,
what I do.
right. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
man. And then that's
was
the thing I tell people all the time. I never even really want to rap. I've
you
been
say
on
you
that,
never
like,
what?
never wanted to rap.
Yeah,
That was from day one. They just said I should. I was always wanted to be behind the scenes shit. Shit I'm doing
right,
now. They just like, yo, you can rap. You should do it. I'm like, nah, I'm just rapping because that's how y'all supposed to rap on it.
right.
And
You was
just follow.
giving you was vocal coaching.
Man, they were like, man, who was that? Keep him on there. I'm like, that's me, nigga. That's you. Man,
Yeah,
keep him on. I'm like, oh man. So then eventually I just ran with it.
yeah, man. We had a couple of collabs. I mean, I never knew that rap wasn't one of the passions because I mean, we did a
Hell
couple of
no.
collabs together back in high school, man, and I remember you already being on that level.
Nah,
Um,
nah, my mama wouldn't let nobody come over the house for a long time. And I was like, man, I need to test this shit out, see if it works. So,
yeah,
I wrote, I already wrote poetry and all that. Anyway, I was always a writer. So it was just natural.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then my brother, all them
That's what's
rap,
up.
all my cousins rap, everybody rap. So it was just 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so you forced it to the poetry first. That's what's up, man. I'm gonna have to get you on one of them stages.
Yeah, I used to write love notes for the football players to their girlfriends. They used to pay me $2. That was my hustle. Cause they
That's
see
what's
my
up.
gal reading the notes in class, and all the girls be like, I wish my dude wrote notes like that. And they felt dumb, so they be like, hey bro, I need you to write me a note like you wrote your girl, man. Like you
Yeah,
charge me. And then words start getting around, and they knew I wrote the best love letters and drew all on them and shit with art and shit, hearts
yeah.
and eyeballs and different shit. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, shit. I plagiarized some shit. Go ahead and pay me so I can get on that snack bar.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, which one of them go read some Hamlet?
That's what I was on. They ain't know.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. So I mean, so it's safe to say that from a young age you was willing to. I mean, you was able to see how to utilize your talents to capitalize.
Yeah, it was like I said, it wasn't part of my plan. I ain't never wake up and say this is what I was gonna do. It was just the closest thing to me and made sense at the time. People always pulled me into it. I ain't never let nobody hear my beats for like the first 2 years.
Man, that's crazy for you to
I was
say
just
that,
doing
man.
them and
Because
to myself. It was a hobby. I wasn't even fucking around like that.
yeah, yeah,
I was just fascinated with it. Like, man, how does Timbaland and Pharrell get their shit to sound like that? That shit is amazing. Like,
yeah,
but they always say the people that love it get to the next level because you gotta love it.
yeah.
It's gonna be some ups and downs and
So you
all that.
you say Timbo, you say Timbo. I'm what other mainstream beat makers do you feel like you uh grew up
I'm in an interview.
gravitating towards their style and kind of utilizing things you hear, techniques you hear from what are some of the names?
Oh shit, too many. Timbo for real, really, cause they fascinated me.
Right.
I listened to a lot of the shit they produced on that, and that was just the easy go tos. But Rodney Jerkins, it was Danger Hands was one of my favorites. Danger Hands was for sure.
Yeah.
Underdogs, Kino from No Limit that did all No Limit shit.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I was one of the people that buy the CD and actually look at the credits and be like, man, who
Yeah,
produced
yeah,
that?
yeah. Me too, man.
Man,
That's
what's
why
this
I say,
dude?
man, shit. It sounds like you had the same type of fascination and dream as me. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to look at all the coming soons on the back of the No Limit CDs and actually check these different artists out
Yeah.
and I mean just I was a fan first.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I started out trying to redo instrumentals, and I just sit there and download instrumentals and just try to redo them with my keyboard,
Hmm.
and just that's how I started. I just started redoing shit, and then somewhere in there, I guess I trained myself mentally, like how to do it. When I started pressing different buttons, just doing my own thing. But I was tracing. That's how I learned how to draw. I started tracing lowrider magazine, bike magazines, all that. Just started tracing, and then I do my own colors and
Yeah.
freak it out, add some wings and some extra shit to it. Whatever.
Speaking of,
Jordans, I
speaking
take a
of,
picture.
I see. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good?
Speaking of, I see you into the graphics and shit too. So you know what I'm saying. It seemed like you sharpened a lot of things from just rapping in the room and doodling on a pad and
No, I was
tracing.
doing that first. I was
Right.
doing that first. Like first CD we ever had, I designed the cover. All my covers on anything we put out, I designed all of it.
Hmm.
I did that first. I was just doing it on low, and I didn't want nobody to hit me up about it. So I told them, don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was doing that first. Designing shit and just playing with. I probably should have went to school for it, honestly, but I just wasn't. It was just something I
Huh.
like to do. Anything with
Yeah.
computer designing. I was building my first. My mama worked for IBM for 30 years, so I was building computers by 13, 14.
Hmm.
Like I knew how to
Damn,
put
that's
together
good.
my own computer. We couldn't afford no real computer, so she'll take me to Micro Center. Before we had Fry's, we had a place called Micro Center, and I'd pick out my hard drive, my case, my motherboard, and she'd just sit in the room, and be like, "Man, you build your own for like $200-300. We ain't gonna go pay for no $800-900 computer. Just build your
Yeah.
own." And then we go get a used screen from some computer place, something for like $70. Put together a whole computer for $300. My mama was a
Yeah.
fool with that. And then shit, that's how I learned how to code. MS DOS, installing operating systems, all that shit. So
Yeah.
I was
I was just
in high
about to say
school.
that, man. That's pretty much standard now. You know what I'm saying? My sons and my kids,
Man,
man, they coding and rebuilding games we used to play on Nokias. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? If we had a head start like this, it sounded like you did.
yeah, man. I would say everybody with kids right now need to train them to code. Coding is key. It was about, like I said again, I wanted a computer. I didn't care about coding, but my mama was like, shit, we ain't paying that, so you finna learn this. And then shit, I just kept building them, installing my own video cards, my own sound cards. That's how I was burning. I had my own disc tower burner. Before the towers came out, I was burning. I had two burners in my CPU case, burning two
Yeah.
CDs at a time just to go sell them at school. Staying up
Speaking
all night to 2 in the morning.
Speaking of, we're gonna bring back a memory. Slam book, man. What was the what was the idea behind? Where did the idea behind Slam book come from? And did you think that it was gonna be? At that time, our world was high school. So, did you think that it was gonna be socially global as it became? As we
Nah,
was
I was actually against it. Then, my two comrades I run with, my crazy ass best friends, was like, man, fuck them, let's do it. And I was like,
yeah,
all right, I'll do it. But, it was pressure though, because we just did it on accident one time where we had one song. I forgot who was one of the basketball players was dissing somebody. And we was selling
yeah,
$5 for one CD. And somebody really bought it off of us because we was just listening to it on the Walkman, playing it for everybody. And man, well, my man, you got another CD? I want to hear it. And everybody grouping together at the Commons area trying to hear it. My dumb ass went home and burnt 6 of them. And 5 times 6, I left school that day. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm down. Let's burn them.
yeah,
And then the dude that he was talking about came up. I forgot all their name. I think Juan Mills. Somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, bro,
yeah,
I want to do my comeback, bro. Fuck that."
yeah,
And I was like, "I don't even know you, but come to the house, shit, come cut it." And then I
yeah,
was just happy to have other rappers over there I could play with their voice and fuck with. And
yeah,
then he had his comeback, and then everybody wanted to hear the comeback. Then we stung again for like 200. So I was like,
yeah,
me, shit, that's how they got me interested. I didn't even care about the slam book. They was like, man, we need to do this to everybody, rank on everybody. I'm like,
yeah,
man, y'all starting to start shit. I ain't trying to fight nobody, man. Y'all crazy. But then, J Long crazy ass think he can beat up everybody. So he
yeah,
was like, fuck that. They ain't gonna fuck with us, nigga. We good. So I'm like, all right, bet. And then they came up with really a lot of the ideas. I was just the technical nigga making it happen, burning CDs, graphics, just putting it all together.
yeah.
And I had the in-house studio. Shit, probably the only teenager at the time with a studio at the crib. So
Right, right, right.
it was like, we just had, like I said, we just had an advanced start. Now, we would have had that YouTube shit going. That would have been a whole nother story. But
Oh yeah, man.
we just wasn't on it like that. We just was shit. If I can go make 200 in a day, just like then it started getting Tech City High School, started wanting it. And, because
Yeah.
everybody knew everybody. So shit, we'll get out, leave Lamarck early, go to Texas City student parking lots, hustle to them, slang to them, get chased by the security. Go back over here to Dickinson, hustle over there, get chased out of security out their school. But shit, we just stanging. And then shit, we eventually organized. By the time we did the third, fourth one, it was like, it was a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then I think somebody ended up getting shot and killed or something off that shit. And we kind of fell off. We just kind of fell back. Because then the principal got me out the school. Cops pulled me out of class and had us separated, trying to interrogate where is this shit coming from because they couldn't figure it out. And parents started coming up to the school complaining. And it was just crazy, bro. That shit was wild. That was some reality TV show shit, honestly.
Yeah. I remember I had my own little comeback on Slam Book.
Yeah, I mean, it was just we were just fucking around. I mean, that shit is still work today in certain high schools. We just don't be want to start shit. We was gonna bring it back, but we now these little young niggas shooting now, so we was like, nah, yeah, they can't take that kind of embarrassment nowadays. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely bullying these days. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Back in the day,
that's
you get your rank on. You know what I'm saying? You either step your game up or you avoid you avoid the rank circle. But shit, I ain't. As a matter of fact, until Slam Book, I ain't never really seen nobody getting in trouble for ranking.
nah, man. We had a cool golden period. You know what I'm saying? That was before streaming and everything. So
Yeah,
the only way to
yeah,
get it was from source. Still today, like I had a copy of all of them at one point, and I think Harvey had fucked up some shit in my mama crib. I had it all in the drawer. And that Harvey shit fucked that shit up. So I don't know. Whoever
yeah,
got it, got it. So, some people got it. My places got. She said she got like 3 of them. Hey, keep walking them. Keep walking them. Please walk him. Move him around.
yeah.
Shit.
Shit, man. I remember my first project I recorded over there.
Yeah, yeah. So we just that was me just practicing. Like I said, I looked at it like practice. I already knew anything you got to put 5,000-10,000 hours in.
Yeah,
So shit, that was just really me. Instead of me sitting there recording myself all day, it was just me playing with the equipment, updating, saving up for more
man.
equipment.
Shit, when I came over there, drop my little mixtape, man. I thought I was finna go uh viral. You know what I'm saying? Before going viral was a thing.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
it's
man,
it's
that was
definitely a
that.
hustle to
Yeah, it fucked. It either made you cooler or funnier, or it fucked your rep up. I don't know. But for us, it spread our name around. Then we
it.
started doing
Right.
parties after that, and then shit, it was a rap. And
Yeah.
just led into the real music eventually. We just didn't know how to, mix, master, and all the politics and music shit. That shit, people rather, because we had mixtapes, like we had all kind of music, but people wasn't. You gotta go listen to demand. And so I told them like, look, let's just hold up on the real music blast and just pay attention to that. And that's how we bought our first cars and everything. We probably did we tried to guesstimate because we used to write it down. We probably did like 20,000 off that, just like actual units.
Yeah.
So that's
And which
crazy, bro.
project? Which project is that you said you made?
That's all 6 of them combined.
Oh,
As far
all
as
six of
Slam
them
Book,
combined. Oh, damn!
yeah,
Y'all grossed that much over Slam Book?
bro, J Long bought a car for that. XO bought a car for that, and I bought my first car for that. By 10th
Yeah,
grade.
that's
End of
what's
10th
up.
grade, we was all cashed out cars and shit. We had our own apartment by going into 11th grade.
Yeah,
I moved out of my mama's house at 16, 17.
yeah,
Shit. She's like, yeah, I don't want all these people over here. And y'all smoking weed. Y'all did. I was like, all right, well, I'm out.
huh.
Shit, we had me and EXO had our own apartment. He was DJing in one bedroom. I was in the next room making beats. He bought his DJ equipment, Serato, speakers, B-52s. I'm in there with my KRKs and my Triton Korg and my mic and shit. It was shit.
Mm,
Graduated a whole year early. We didn't even have to go to school 12th grade because we got all our shit out the way. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So we had too many credits, so we didn't go to school 12th grade. So about when we were supposed to be in 12th grade, he was going to TSU, and I just hit the streets. I already knew what I wanted to do by then. It was a rap. That's when I had
So
Lil
what?
Kiki
What?
and Big
What?
Mo and all them coming down there and shit. I was sleeping through first, second period because I was in Houston all night in somebody's studio.
Yeah,
So shit,
that's
we
what's
started
up,
early, bro. I already knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know exactly how it was
man.
gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I saw you take that music, man, and and it was like a steamroll straight. No stepping off the track. You was on your way. What do you think put you on such a successful path? You feel like you stumbled across the slam book as a opportunity to make some money. Do you feel like you took that formula that you put right there and kept on making new and more opportunities for yourself in the same manner?
I mean, it was that or 3 for 10s. So either way, it was gonna get done. But you know, it just
Yeah,
that was just one of them things that people just couldn't get enough of. And then, like I said, when it spread from school to school, everybody kept coming to rebuy the first ones. So I had to keep repressing them hoes up.
yeah,
And you know that. And then we already was throwing parties by 10th, 11th grade. So on the weekend, we'd rent out a hall and throw a party, make the dough money. Shit, my partner DJ and I'm at the dough collecting shit. It was just, shit. 200 people coming in, $10, shit. We making that at 16, 17. Versus then,
that's what's up.
then I was bootlegging on top of that. So I would take some DJ Screw shit, some acapellas and shit that I find on Napster LimeWire, throw a beat
Yeah,
on, mixing shit, blending shit. Because we was really DJing before we had the DJ equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like I was blending, I knew how to take an acapella, slow it down, speed it up, and put it on a whole nother beat. So I was mixing that on CDs too, and then selling them for consignment to the corner store. So the corner store right there, that shell right there, off of
right.
1765
Yeah, I
and
remember seeing them in there.
Highway 3. He used to buy, he used to buy 100
Yeah,
from me at $3. So I bring him 100. He said, no, I need 100. So I bring him 100. I had my little case, my jewel cases, my covers in there. He'll give me 300, and he'll resell them for $5.99, $7. I did that
yeah.
like 4 gas stations every week, just burning through them.
Man, hell yes. It seems like it was a little bit. I knew it was big. Like I said, I saw it in the store a couple of times and everything. I had no clue on how well and how much you enterprised off of it, though.
Nah, it was somebody else doing it, man. It inspired me. It was this dude. I forgot that dude name. He had rap trucks and everything. He was killing them corner stores with that consignment. But he wasn't re up fast enough. So he had all
Yeah,
these screw CDs and stuff like that. And then what I did was I just beat his price. He was selling them for 5. I was reselling them for 10. I was shit. I
yeah,
said, I'll do 3 for y'all. And I'd come back every week. Because he was making them buy 5 at a time, 500. So they can
yeah.
restock the whole store and just keep it for long. And he'll come back a month later. I was coming back every 2 weeks, a week, and
Right,
just giving them smaller shipments. And he didn't give a fuck because them hoes was flying off the. And my graphics was better.
right,
So that's what made mine sell faster because the graphics was, he had like some bullshit shit. My shit was like on the CD and on the cover. His was just bootleg. You just have to, open it up. And then shit,
right,
once I did
right,
that corner store, shit, he put me on another corner store, Tech City. I was down there on Fifth Ave, Tech City. It was just certain ones that'll do it. Not, the hood stores will do it. They'll let you
right.
come sell whatever, put it in the front.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
So yeah, it was like
we
three,
had
4 things I was doing together to where it was like by the time I graduated, shit, it was my mama thought I was selling drugs. Like, man, what is
sound
you
like it,
doing?
but I mean, the craziest thing about it, man, I've interviewed so many people on here that started off selling drugs and now they're entrepreneurs. And you you have to understand the entrepreneurial spirit you have to be a successful drug dealer, and you got to kind of be
All right,
in
man,
a
if I
way
didn't,
savvy
I
to
tell people
avoid the
all the time,
shorts.
if it was not for music, I would have been El Chapo.
That's
Music
what's up.
saved my life. Like straight
Yeah,
up. I thank God all the time because I was already at a criminal record by 17. So my shit was like, I was straddling that fence early because all my cousins was hustling. So it was easy to just
yeah,
get a QP or something and go bust it down. That's all I
yeah.
saw coming up. But that was just like, mismatch. I ain't gonna say I always didn't do it, but it was just like it
Right.
wasn't adding up. So luckily I don't got nothing with drug related on my criminal record,
I
so it
mean,
was
I,
cool.
I I definitely remember the atmosphere. I think I'm in the same age group, even though none of us are that far apart. But
Yeah,
to
the rap,
understand,
let's just go hand in hand with rapping. Shit, that's what they do in the
right,
yo. So it
hmm
wasn't like I was on the corner. I don't got no Yo Gotti story, and it wasn't like that. It
right,
was just I go to the studio, sell a beat, sell a house.
Yeah.
Shit, it was all together. Shit, it was really my partners. I never even hustled nobody that I ain't know. So for me, like that wasn't really that was a short period of time just to kind of add to everything because we had goals. You know, we set goals. Like, all right, we need to come up
Right.
with 10 bands by 2 months. We gotta work our ass off, and then we'll go huddle. Wouldn't spend nothing. We put all money back in, and we had just like that shit like Nipsey had with the money in the Nike box. That was us. We
Yeah.
put all that shit up. We ain't had no bank account, nothing. We put it
Huh.
all up in rubber bands, count up every night. Okay, this is what we got to put back into it. This is our fun time right here, and then the rest of that shit go back into the business. Every
Right.
party we did, we ain't pocket shit. We ain't go shopping. Or we bought shit we needed. We bought old ass cars, make sure the engine was good. We ain't give a fuck. We
Right.
just we need to get to Houston, and we had to get the
Right.
fuck up out of there. So that was just really the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we kept our, my mama raised me with some sense. And then I had
Mhm.
I'm the youngest, so watching your brothers go to jail back and forth and get the dough kicked
Right.
in,
Right. Right.
that shit was just like, nah, I don't want that life. Getting robbed by your homeboys and shit. I'm good.
Right.
So I stayed low key. Ain't nobody even know I hustle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how low key my shit was. Shit. I ain't hustle with nobody. Kept that, even my niggas around me, they ain't really know. Like cause they wasn't built like that.
That's what's up. So fast forward a little bit to where let me see if my memory serves me. TMI under TMI. That's when you did the collab with Manny Fresh, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How was that experience? Kind of working with and if you got the chance to pick the brain of somebody who was established a little bit beyond where you
Man,
were at the time.
that was just by the grace of God. Thank God for Katrina in 2005. Because that was right.
Mm,
My graduation year was 2005. Supposed to be. I really
right.
graduated 2004 because I was a year out early. So I went to 7303 at the time. That's what it was called. Now it's called Takeover. Manny Fresh
Yeah.
didn't have nowhere to work out here because, everybody came out here for the hurricane. So he was in the back room. They had him put up at the Rap-A-Lot studio. So I'm the only person really that know how to engineer because all his dogs that he used to dealing with still out either in Louisiana or they just, wasn't even on that type of tip. But, that's his bread and butter. So he come to Houston, he can't find no engineers. Houston only pretty much got like 6 dope ass engineers, so
Right.
everybody else just trying to figure it out. But at the
Mm,
time, nobody in there knew I could engineer. I was just coming in there selling beats. So one night, they were just sitting there waiting on somebody to pull up. Like, man, who know how to work this computer, man? We trying to knock these track out. I said, shit, I can do it. And I'm
yeah.
running. I'm just the runner at the time. I'm just the extra nigga in the studio coming from the other room. They had the big boy room. I had the little boy room. And then,
Yeah.
of course, I had the party favors too. So they were just like, shit, dude, always cool and coming, helping us out. And, he was just new to the city. He ain't had no plugs. So, it was nice that he'd be there by himself, just making beats in the back. And I'd be in the next room
Yeah.
like, God damn, that shit fire.
Man, that's
This nigga
crazy.
in here banging out.
That's crazy how something like this, something like a natural disaster, can put you in a position. You would think, you know what I'm saying? At the time, Manny Fresh had all kind of resources to
Nah, he was going through that break. That was right when him and Cash Money fell out about some money shit. And Wayne was trying to leave and get snatched up by Hove. And, he was actually, I helped him out. He had his car stuck in the parking lot one night and didn't, you got to buzz in because everybody parking his gate where can't nobody get in. And I knew the
yeah,
code. Everybody else ain't know the code. So I let him out one night and I was like, say, man, I know you don't know me, man, but I engineer. Every time you need an engineer, whatever, take my number down. He ain't call me for like, so we bypassed each other in the studio for like 2 months straight. He ain't never talking nothing. And then one night he hit me like, yo, you in the next room? And I wasn't. And he was like, I was way in Lamar. So I'm like, shit, I could be there in about an hour. He said, man, for sure, I'll pay you, man. I said, man, you ain't gotta pay me, man. Come on. Look, I'm on the way. And then he had some
yeah,
partners from Louisiana come in town and they didn't even know the code. So he trying to call somebody, but them niggas, whoever worked at that studio, they be going out and fucking around and shit. So whoever was running it that night, I knew the code. I texted him, let him know, hey, I'm coming up there to help Fresh out. He was like, cool. They was at a club or something, so everybody was busy. Boom, it's just me and them in there by ourselves. I'm recording, tracking out. He's like, man, I sure appreciate it. That's when I found out he don't really make his beats. He just do the drum machine, and he always have a
yeah.
keyboard or somebody else come in and do all, like a white boy
Huh.
come do all the other shit. I knew I do
That's
all this shit
crazy.
already. So he looking at me
Yeah,
like, damn, you know what I'm saying? What's up? So then when we finally get to dropping shit, He just showed us a little number on the ticket. Like, man, I got you around. Don't worry about it. And shit, it just looked out. You know, you just being around. You got to be around shit. People don't understand. You ain't finna sit at home and just, shit ain't gonna fall out the sky. You just gotta be around the shit.
Yeah.
That was
So
not my first choice.
at that time, were y'all signed to rap a lot? Were y'all in the
Nah,
affiliation or?
I was selling beats to all the shooters.
Okay.
So if all the shooters know you, shit. So rap, the big dogs gotta fuck with you because that's what they like.
Yeah. Oh, so basically, the guys that was like under artist development deals, people we
Yep.
probably hadn't heard of
That's who
just
I
yet.
was hustling off of. They just want, they
Okay.
was $100 beat, 200. That's when I was like at $100, $200. I don't care.
Come on.
Shit, come line them up. Shit,
Yeah.
I do these hoes in 10, 20 minutes. Let's go. And I sitting there all night.
Yeah.
And they bring all their goons in there. Yeah, that one. And then I go back home, drive all the way hour and a half back and forth, 288 on school nights and shit. So shit, once
Huh.
I seen where the money was, because there was so many people coming through there, you know what I'm saying? It was like shit, fuck it. But then that was like the first big person that came through and just sat there and just,
Right.
whatever. Everybody else was just like, Houston people. That's how I did that shit with Trey, Zero. That's what right when Zero got with Big J and shit. And he did that Joseph McZay. That's the
Yeah.
album I really was trying to get on, but that nigga was acting funny. He was an asshole by nature for real. So
Oh, bro.
he
Yeah,
ain't want to
man.
fuck with nobody.
That's crazy. Cause I did a showcase with K Reno a while back, man, and
Scott,
he
do me a
huh.
favor. Go get the charger. I'm
Oh,
listening.
so I did a showcase
Go give
with
me your
K
charger.
Reno some
Give me
years
your
back,
charger.
and Zero came to support K Reno. They kind of close, you know what I'm saying, street military ties type thing. And yeah, man, I tried to sell
Just bring it to me.
myself to him. Well, really, Ron, remember Big Ron, huh?
Yeah.
He tried to sell us to him, and he was like, "Man, look, I ain't even here for all that. I'm here to support my partner." It wasn't too rude, but it was to the point, like a motherfucker.
Oh no, he ain't. We got 6 girls on him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll take some pictures with you. Get real friendly.
that's what's up. I'm
Real
gonna have to
quick.
write that down for next time I see him.
People think I have females around for the fun.
Yeah,
The dudes don't really like dudes in the industry. It's just weird like that. Like they'll deal with
yeah,
the females all day. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, get you a
I
couple
hear you.
females around you, and they gonna get through doors you can't ever get through.
Hmm.
That's that's how you
Damn it,
fast
man.
forward.
That's one of those. That's one of those simple.
Thank you, baby.
What should be a simple understanding in life.
Nah, it just some people be trying to have intimate with everything. And I try to tell people all the time like you need female friends.
Yeah,
You can't be trying to get everything that come your way. You know what I'm saying? Luckily at the time I was in a relationship, so I wasn't really tripping on that. I would just needed some. I had a whole bunch of homegirls. Like I said, I was doing parties, so I already had home. By the time we got older, they were like, shit, they going to clubs now instead of high school parties. So it was like, shit, it was just a natural transition. Natural transition.
which
So
shout out to Texas Prison Stores. He say Bam that started Zero off back in the day has a whole bunch of family in Lemoore. Are you familiar with a cat named Bam
yep,
that's affiliated with Zero?
yep, I believe so.
I
I gotta
think I
see a
do
picture.
remember Bam, big dude.
Yeah, I do remember. I got a couple BAMs in my head, but all of them was real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Y'all all get the same love. All y'all was real.
Yeah, I see a picture of him. I probably know. If he know me, I probably know him. Shit, I ain't I'll be to myself.
Yeah, yeah. Texas Prison Stores. He always dropping those old H-Town jewels on us.
Oh, that's dope.
He was affiliated tough back in the day.
That's good. That's
You
good.
see,
Tell him keep it up.
we
Shout
had
out.
Rose first take.
Oh, okay.
That's what's
Yeah,
up. That's what's up.
that's about the time I was over there stomping around. Like I say again, it was 7303. I met a bunch of people around that time. So Yeah.
Uh, in that time, just out there grinding your beats and trying to get out there, who were some of the people that not really starstruck you, but I mean just running into them and you know what I'm saying, seeing them in their element as you know trying to work your way into the crowd, seeing them pushing through the crowd. What are some other names out there in H Town that you had the pleasure of running into
I
and
probably got the funniest story is probably Slim Thug, because that's who I used to listen to in high school. That was one of the ones that at that time he had just did the shit with Pharrell or something, so he was,
yeah,
popping like that. And we got a funny story. I was at Ice Age when Mike Jones had Ice Age, and we was out there grinding with our backpacks. I had passed him a CD. He was in the drop
yeah,
rolls, and I was like, "Say man, what do my little pitch?" And he's like, "All right, bet." And then I saw him pull out in the Rolls Royce and throw that shit on the ground.
mm,
And I was like, damn, that's some whole ass shit. So I had a little grudge against him for a minute. Because everybody else was cool. Paul Wall was cool. Chameleon was cool. They let me come to their studio and shit. That was around the
yeah,
time of Get Your Mind Correct, color changing click shit. So, but it's like them niggas was just real to their own producers or something. I don't know what it was, but they
yeah,
ain't fuck with me. And then come to find out, I got met up producing for the other label that had paid Slim for a feature. So he ended up rapping on one of my beats, but they invited me to the studio. And then when we was in there, he's like, "Man, who did this beat?" And everybody pointed at me in the lab, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So he's like, "Man, I need to
yeah,
get you whoop whoop whoop," and I was like, "Crazy," you know, like that was we just started, you know, that was just tables turned. That was a story I'll never forget because I was really feeling some kind of way about him throwing that shit on the ground.
yeah. I had a similar, similar experience dealing with old Kiki, man. Somebody I was affiliated with knew Kiki and patched us in. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the yeah, we gonna work song and dance and kind of basically lost my number type shit.
Yeah, that's common. That's all day. So that definitely but as I got into it, I realized how easy it is to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to humble myself too for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like these people coming up and they gonna remember that. They remember it more when you're in position. So at the time it was
I hear
just
you.
I still I answer DMs pretty much most of the time and shit like that. I still look at, especially if it's people from my side or if I like
Yeah,
your music or if I like what you're doing. And if I don't
yeah,
like what you're doing, I'll tell you. I don't like high side and being like, yeah, 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 and then don't answer the call. And I just tell you, hey, bro, this ain't on my level, so you gotta step it up.
right.
Or
That's
when
what's
you
up. That's what's up.
give me something I actually fuck with, I deal with, or
So I appreciate you putting the lab gang in that basket. You know what I'm saying? We've been out here trying to highlight upcoming
good.
artists and make sure we put an extra eye on those who may need it, or even if you don't need it. You know, hold on. When Kiati came from Galveston, we tossed his CDs back at him. Nobody wanted that shit. Oh, that's cold as hell. Texas prison stores.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's we gonna keep the streets gonna let you know,
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I
but
met
that's
Key
good. That's good though,
Cloud,
cause it
but I
motivates you.
was when I met Kiata. So when I met Kiata was popping. Kiata was that nigga can rap.
Nah, he could definitely rap. That bro got it.
He
Yeah.
oh mic.
Bro got
When
it.
I met Kiata was called on that mic.
Nah, he bro got it. Like I said, when we did H Town for real, like that was, you know, like I told him, I was like, shit, he one of the people too that we came up around the same time. So, but he just switched the radio, and that was motivational for us because it was like, shit, bro, on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. And then shit, it just came back full circle.
Yeah, I got some fam on his videos and stuff like that. I remember Kiati from back in the gap. Uh pre hooker hooker. We did some shows at Club Rhythms when he was hosting that
Been
over
with him
there.
for a minute. Man, that man been grinding. That's why I tell people all the time. They think he just came out of nowhere, bro. Been like, everybody got their story, but I watched it. I watched him go from trying to rap to record deal to Shit
Yeah,
ain't work out. The radio. Now he boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So you got it's something going. If you can't do what you love, do something around what you love. So
yeah,
I tell people all the time, like if you can't be a rapper or a singer, then pick up the camera, pick up the graphics, pick up something around it. So then you gonna get your plugs
yeah,
up way faster than you would get rapping because everybody rap, everybody sing, everybody needs some money. But if you could do something that makes some money and be valuable, shit, then next thing you know, you'll be around all the money, man, and doing what you need to
right.
do. As long as you're good at it, but just put your 10,000 hours in first.
Speaking of, I heard you say a lot of people surprised that you could do pretty much everything when it came to the beat and the graphics. I don't know if you mentioned the graphics at the time when you was talking about Manny, but I said that to say, do you feel like it's a little bit easier in the industry, hustling beats as opposed to hustling raps, not
Hell
just your
no.
personal, huh?
Hell no. Everybody got it's a 19-year-old right now down the street from you that got hard beats. I done taught
Yeah.
5 people how to make beats, and they didn't. Two of them surpassed me.
Well, I
You know,
mean, shit. You feel like the beat world is more saturated than the rap world?
it ain't about that. It's about how hungry you gonna get up. Once you do get good, now you gotta go network and move and be likable. That shit ain't nothing about DJ Esco get a lot of 808 Mafia came up because they talk that language and they hot.
Yeah.
It's 20 30 niggas that's got more talent than them. But they in a
Huh.
house somewhere. They sitting up with their baby mama all day. They going to work. They just doing it as a hobby. And I know probably three dudes right now that could be super producers right now for sure.
Hmm.
I already tried to sign them, and they just can't get away from the distractions. So
Hmm.
it ain't even about talent. It's more about just putting yourself in position and you know, don't be afraid to be broke. We
So
all
that's
got
that,
this
that's a
job. I
true
got.
thing. 10% talent, 80%. I mean, 20% talent, 80% business.
Yeah, and businesses being in position and don't be scared to be broke. Forget being comfortable. Forget paying for an apartment and car. Get with three of your dogs and everybody pays pile up in a 1 bedroom and everybody has some extra money to go buy the equipment. You just gotta not be afraid to team up with people and share your vision because everybody ain't gonna
Hmm.
have a vision. But people are so scared to be broke. And that'll be my main thing I tell my young niggas. Don't be scared to be broke, bro. You gotta that make it more respectable. If everything was
Hmm.
spoon fed, ain't nobody respect you when you get there. It's like, oh, he had big homie, or oh, that's Jay Z cousin, or that you want to go through that struggle because that's what prove it. Because the struggle is bigger when you own. You got to keep
Hmm.
performing. You got to go with distractions. Once you get invited everywhere and parties and #1 album, whatever, they're gonna expect you to do that 30 million times. So
Yeah.
that's worse than not being on. I tell people all the time, just starting is way better than being on. And then what if you switch gears, or what if you don't really love it, and then you can't deal with the pressure, the business slash. And there's too many it's too many blind sides that can happen to you. So if you
Huh.
don't love it for real, it ain't for you. You might as well
Hmm.
just YouTube producer thing or do the YouTube rapping thing,
Huh.
or sell songs or help other go save up at your job and go help somebody else that you know get 20% on another nigga career and put the money up on him. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And that to me, that's what I advise a lot of people to do. Go find somebody that is hungry, that don't got the money, and just pay for their studio time and look out for them. Because when everybody get on, they remember who really looked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got three people right now that I always look out for because they came through in that clutch. With
Yeah.
their studio or with they equipment or my shit. One time I had a hard drive crash out. One of my other producer partners let me use his studio to fix my shit, and it was in the middle of crunch time. Shit like that. You know,
Hmm.
it's just build your network up. If you don't got no network, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody competition. But
Hmm.
don't be afraid to collab with people. Do beats with other producers. Do a free project, or do at least go do one song with every upcoming rapper if you're a producer. Then they gonna go sell that product because everybody gonna ask who did the beat. So niggas be on some
So
songs they get good, they want to charge
what?
$500.
Yeah. So what do you think was the main thing that just kind of kept you in the right positions to um take advantage of the opportunities that you have? Like I see your accolades, man. You got big name artists under your belt. I seen Wayne, Gates, Plies. Man, the list goes on. ABN, uh, 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 Chris Brown, Big Sean. What do you feel like? Do you feel like it was real strategic, or you know what I'm saying? You just kept on getting a blessing after blessing, kind of like the Katrina thing, where you was in the right place at the right time, met the right person who was connected to.
Man,
Um,
doing good by everybody I meet, bro, and just letting everybody being transparent.
yeah,
That's it. It's one thing when everybody know what you do. It's another thing if everybody know how they can benefit with you if they help you. Like a billionaire
yeah,
told me a long time ago. He said, "Help me understand why helping you is going to help me."
huh,
And he said, once you can explain that to everybody, you create what's called tentacles, like an octopus, or you know what I'm saying. You create
huh,
sales reps in a sense. So everybody I went to, I'm like, hey, bro, I see you engineered the studio. Y'all got traffic, man. Look, I got these beats, but look, if the money come from you and it's your people that want to buy a beat, you know what I'm saying? If you sell it for 500, you get 200. You sell it for a rack, I'm gonna give you 350. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I always kept that line open where anybody I met, they could make money with me. It wasn't about just here go my talent, man, sign me or buy a beat because I'm so hot. Sometimes it's about
shop my
this.
name around for me.
Yeah, because these dudes had managers and investors and publishing deals. I ain't had none of that, so I had to go at
Yeah,
okay, who do they need? They need the engineers. They need the studio owners. So I go with the studio owner. Okay, y'all own a studio. I don't even know, but it look nice. Y'all got some good people coming through here. I get with the studio owner. Hey, what would it take for me to develop a relationship with you where I can just put some, product. I get them a whole new hustle. You got to give everybody a new hustle. It's like me going to a
yeah,
corner store. They don't sell CDs, but I got my CDs. Like, hey man, look, you can do this and do that. Put a little thing right here. Da da da. He like shit.
huh,
Bet. Get people out. So you know, at that time, people had the in dash pop out screens. Everybody looking for some new music, just to $5, $10 real quick, just to throw something in. And I always made
yeah,
sure my CDs had something you ain't never heard.
hmm,
And that's how I branded that. So I knew everything else was like that. I figure out who go to the studio, and I go get okay, who the owner. I don't need to go holler at the artist. I don't need to holler at the manager. I need to go holler at the owner. Who do they respect? And then when it came to the industry, it's just go with their lawyer. Who's these nigga lawyer? Everybody got a lawyer that they gonna
yeah,
listen to. If the lawyer say it's good, you gonna listen to it. I learned that from the
right.
criminal part. Your lawyer say do this, you gonna do it.
Yeah,
You ain't
lawyer
finna
say
quit
that's
from
a
your
good
lawyer.
deal. Gonna take the deal.
You ain't gonna say, hey, let me go talk to the judge myself. I don't trust you after you paid me. You finna
Straight
listen to
up.
the lawyer. So in the game, that's what they do, listen to their lawyers. And lawyers ain't don't got security. Lawyers don't got uh, TMZ at their door every day, or they don't
Yeah,
gotta have trust issues with nobody. So I figured out who somebody's lawyer was, or who their publicist was, or just people they need security. Who was over their security detail? I
yeah,
hit security up. I'm in the club. I don't go at Kevin Gates or none of his managers and nothing. I would hit the security or the little flunkies passing out flyers and shirts. Hey, the little flunky dude over here. Hey, bro, you make some money with me. You get this to Gates, bro. You get a piece. He like, shit, bet. All right.
Texas prison story say, did you make the beat when y'all did the G County Mike pass? That beat was dope.
Yeah, I did that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I forgot about that shit. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say, hey, that's a good one. Texas prison story. I forgot about the Mike pass. Yeah, that was dope. That beat was dope.
I appreciate it, Tim. I appreciate it. I need to hear that shit. I don't even know where that's at. I need to check it
You
out.
know what I'm saying?
I ain't got none of that shit. All that shit was on the hard drives before. Anything for Harvey, I don't
what
got.
P5 funk, Necronam go dumb. Yeah,
I ain't got none of that.
yeah. I just listened to that not too long ago. It's still floating out there in circulation.
Man, that's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
So
still
I
it's
appreciate that.
still circling the social media. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I got a
So
close link in a minute. I probably got like 10 more minutes.
What you say, fam?
I said I got like 10 more minutes. I was letting you know.
Okay, that's a bit. That's a bit. Well, let me go on. Uh, get to some of the questions I definitely wanted to ask before we got you up out of here. Um, I asked you about the opportunities and whatnot. So, do you feel like um oh yeah, the branding. That's what I wanted to ask you about. I heard you say something about branding when you got into the CD game, going to the stores and stuff. What was it that made you feel like you should start a, um, a business branding, and who do you help brand, and what type of things do you try to bring to your clients?
Um, it was another one of them things where I just did it before I knew what it was. Like I didn't even know what a brand consultant was. Probably like 4 years, 5 years ago. So
Right.
I would say what made it make sense was when I was working with Plies. I was working with Plies since the beginning, and I was living out in Tampa, and I was telling them
Yeah.
all the time, bro, you need to be funny on your social media. You too serious. You too shoot 'em up, bang bang, bro. You need to be like going down just because you be having us rolling in the studio, but then you get on the mic, you laying in the bushes shooting people up. So you just I'm tired of that street shit. We need to. But so if you look at the consistency, because I was working with Plies before he blew up, and I was working with Black Youngster before he blew up. Black Youngster used to drive to Lamar to my house.
Yeah.
That's when he
Huh.
wasn't before he was with Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? So look at the comparison and look at how they both came out. Look at what they did with their social media. It's real similar, right?
Right.
Street niggas being funny and crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would always
So
tell street niggas, don't be street, be funny, because every street nigga I know is a comedian. The niggas may
right.
say all kind of dope, crazy shit, will shoot you in your head tomorrow for stepping on their shoe. But these niggas on the personal side be funny as hell. I'm like, dog, y'all niggas is hilarious. Every street nigga I knew that was really in the street, like, them niggas just
Right.
funny. Like, y'all just had me rolling. I'm like, dog, that's the personality y'all need to put out on social media. Nah, bro, I can't do that. Niggas gonna be thinking I'm goofy. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm telling you, do it a certain way. And then both of them niggas did it and then won. And I felt like both of them situations, I was selling beats and writing
That's
for them, but at the same time,
that's
it was like,
crazy,
damn,
bro.
I could have got paid for branding. I'm
That's what
tripping.
I'm saying. That's
So I was
crazy.
like, man,
How
you
do
know
you
what? Fuck
feel
it.
like being in the backgrounds or something like that? You know what I'm saying? And no bullshit, knowing where it came from. I mean, how does that make you feel as a creator?
It just proved out the theory, bro. Like
Yeah.
it just proved it out. Like so, I ain't get no credit for it or nothing, but it was just like one of them things that I know and everybody around the
Yeah.
situations know. So they know,
Yeah.
like, oh
Sometimes
nah.
that's the best credit, just knowing, just seeing something you put into fruition.
And then
Work
what
out.
started happening was A&R as a label started sending artists to work with me first before they go break out. Like they start saying, hey man, I want to send this artist out there for a week. We're gonna pay you up front, just work with them and kind of season them up for me, and then they'll go sign them and take them to the big boys. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. Like, why is they paying me to send the artist to me for a week and just get a hotel down the street and work with me every day? It was just crazy. That happened like 5 times
Huh.
where they'll just, man, look, get on the phone with me, bro. I want you to talk to this artist and, kind of let them know how it go, da 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 da. And these would be managers. These would be like managers, PRs, people that just started hitting me for advice and, just how to talk to artists. And I'm like, man, damn, this is. And then one of my homies put me on game one day. He's like, bro, you should be a consultant.
Hmm.
And I'm like, a consultant? He said, man, look that shit up. So I'm looking at how much real consultants get paid for like Starbucks and McDonald's. They hire consultants with their business to get them the game and ideas and where they should go with their brand. I'm like, man, that's what music is. Music is a business. So let me just be a music business consultant, like, because that's what I like doing. That's way easier to get paid just to go in the
Right.
studio and tell you, nah, that's up, nah, that's tight. Don't do that. Don't shoot your video like that. Oh, you look like a slut when you do that. Don't do that. Do it like this.
Yeah.
That shit was just, I had seen it so much being behind the scenes, it was just like natural. And then I studied the game too. So a lot
Hmm.
of people just do what they want to do. They
So
don't study the game.
what are some of the biggest mistakes you've seen from developing artists who you feel like could have done something, but they made that one false move?
Trying to bring all their partners with them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's number one. Number two would probably be if you got niggas selling dope that's investing in you, you got to make sure he got a clear way to clean it up. You got to put him with a tax attorney and get him a shell company or two first because as soon as you rap about we got them bricks and he ain't stopped selling dope, it's a rap. You just snitched on yourself.
Yeah.
Number two, that's number three is just have all your paperwork in order first. Don't let everybody come in the studio and be writing with you and your homeboys on every song. And then when it finally do go viral or get a deal, now everybody wants their check. And then niggas at your baby mama house with your kid kidnapped because you ain't give them $50,000 that you probably don't got because you looking like $1 million, but they only gave you 100. And so now you ain't even got the 50 to give them really, but you're on the ground looking like you got a zillion, and then you ain't pay
Hmm.
everybody out. So anybody around you, you gotta know what they want off gate. Hey, based on $1 million, and y'all my partners, what do you think you should get? And then let everybody write that shit down, and
Yeah.
then bring them to reality before you even do some shit. Because if everybody got to guess what they see you with a big house, they think I'm either supposed to be living with you or you supposed to get us a house. And it
Yeah.
don't work like that with the budgets. Especially when you go from street active to not active no more, your money cut out for a little bit. So now you got to
Hmm.
deal with like 60, 70 grand for the year or 6 months until you start turning over a profit. And a lot of times, shit, you buying your homeboy shit, you got an entourage, you got security, you got to look the way, certain way, you got to travel, you got to pay for features. Like all that shit go fast, like fast, fast, fast. So, and a lot of people
Hmm.
see you buy a $20,000 watch, so they think I'm supposed to at least get 10. And they're like, it don't work
Yeah.
like that. That's the biggest mistake is having homeboys around you that don't realistically understand the business. Because then they just gonna plot on you and set you up, and that's why a lot of these rappers getting shot. Because they get on and then they'll go buy a girl a Birkin bag for 5,000, but your homeboy lights gonna get cut off, and you told him you not right now, or you curved him.
Yeah. Tell
So
them you
now,
got them. Yeah.
but he know all your personal whereabouts and where you at,
So I
dummy.
mean, what's
Feed your
what's
team.
what's
Feed
the
your team.
comparison to, how they show these billionaires, they got New Balances on and stuff like that, they got regular cotton tees and collared shirts, look like they going golfing. Outfit probably cost them about $75 with the shoes.
I mean, that's
What's the
preference. That's
comparison to those who get a little bit of I would say get a little bit of social media fame that really don't match the money and basically ball out. How often do you see that as opposed to people keeping it kosher, staying in their New Balances until they can afford the Jordans for the
I ain't
crew
even,
on?
I wouldn't put it on the artist. A lot of times it's whoever paying the money be wanting them to look like that. So
Yeah.
sometimes artists get sucked in a deal where the investor like, I like the music, I like your image. No, we finna take you shopping and go do all this shit. And then now that artist gotta take pictures with it and shit. And they getting, you gotta understand that's a marketing budget. That's getting coming out of somebody else's pocket 90% of the
Right.
time. Now the 10% is the artist is doing that, but again, that's because they don't know themselves. They don't know themselves as an artist. Like, why
Hmm.
would somebody want to support you and you look like you're rich already?
Hmm.
If you look like you're rich already, what's the chances of me buying your shit or supporting your shit or giving you more money?
Right.
Like, look at Moneybag Yo last little shit where he was in that car, but it was like the cover was like he was in a white beater with a rap book or something. Like, you gotta have a, even if you got it, you gotta
Yeah.
still be relatable. But if your first, that's what we learned from our mistake. Our first video was a jet and Lamborghini. That was a big mistake because we had to live up to it. So now you can't go down. You got to stay at that level. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
But we had people behind us that wanted us to look like that. We ain't had no control over our video.
Right. Right.
So if
Right.
you get a deal, you think what we wanted. Nah, the artists sometimes don't even want that shit. It's just whoever putting up the money want that shit so he can brag and compete with whoever.
So when you was in that green outfit in the jet, that wasn't your jet?
Nah, that wasn't my video treatment. I ain't write none of that shit. If it was up to me, we was gonna come out of regular ass house in Lamar, and then I was supposed to have a chick come scoop me in the Lambo,
Yeah.
and then make it look like I was just on some getting money with a chick type vibe, because that's what the hook is saying.
Hmm.
But then the people behind us at the time, they was like, nah, man, we need a jet, we need it. I'm like, all right, then Manny Fresh, he don't give a damn. Man, we ain't gonna get him to come to no hood. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da. He didn't give a damn, but it was just at the same time, again, being in a deal where your creative control ain't there. So,
So do you
that's why I
think
say art.
decisions like that are to create that for you before you get the money?
I just think now it's totally different, bro. It ain't even like that no more. Artists just gotta don't be shamed where you at and write music that is relatable but still catchy.
Right.
You know, if Zero can make a song that's called "I Hate You, Bitch" and it go on the radio,
Right.
that tells you everything you need to know about the music industry. You just gotta be good. You can't just come out rapping
Yeah.
about Dracos and being in the alley nowhere, and guns and all that like that. It's just it ain't gonna stand out. You know, and right now it's
Speaking of, and I'm
30,000 records. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I mean,
That's what's up. No, you good. Speaking of, and I'm gonna give you some wrap up questions because I heard you say you kind of on your way out. Um, and I just
yeah. The
want to
kids acting up.
take the time to appreciate you for coming through, man. I definitely appreciate you for gracing the lab with your expertise and giving us your time. Um, one my question number one is favorite producers, top five producers of all time, um, in the eyes of young Necronom.
Top five.
Top five.
No particular order. It just go on my mood. Tim, Pharrell, Dre, Alchemist, Jay Dilla, Tim and Bob. I go there.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what
And
my sound is. That's what my sound is a fusion of. If you
okay,
really listen.
okay,
So you know, them just a lot of everybody don't know kind of some of them, but I be studying the game. Like I be looking at classic albums. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
This guy
Dre
dropped some
just
jewels tonight. Yeah, he definitely did. Texas Prison Stories definitely dropped some jewels. Um, Another question. What would you tell producers or artists in general um, right now, based off your experience, if they wanna pursue this, what are some of the first things they need to do?
uh know what your roadmap is. You know, I know producers that like J.R. Rodham, for instance, who produced Rihanna and Sean Kingston. He got $60 million deal, publishing deals and shit, all that. So he's a major, what you call commercial producer. Then you
Mm-hmm.
have Johnny Giuliano, who's a YouTube superstar producer. And Johnny Giuliano, at this point, makes more money than J.R. Rodham, residually, not at one time. See, if you get a big hit, you're going to hit that 10, 20 million, you know, and then after that, you just better be good with flipping. But with
Right.
Johnny Giuliano, with the least beats, he can just upload whatever every month and probably make 15, 30 grand a month just from people downloading 30. You got to remember, like, $20 beat on YouTube times 10,000 people downloading it. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
residual. And then all you gotta do is just put 10, 20 new ones up every month. That's a beat a day. And then, you know, you feeding your following and you can grow it organically. Well, some of them niggas getting more money than anybody in the industry and they ain't got no credit. This niggas getting more money than me right now. They ain't got no credit. With nothing, they can't tell
Yeah.
you nobody major they produce for. But shit, they bled that goddamn Google and that YouTube and found a bunch of rap niggas that was okay with. Cause you know,
Yeah.
it's all about
I see
numbers.
a lot of that. I see a lot of people going on YouTube with the YouTube beats making songs, and they end up being some pretty nice sounding songs. But at the end of the day, five, six other people then downloaded the same beat and made
It
a
don't
song
matter
to
because them 5, 6 people ain't finna make it.
it. Right?
So shit, your ass probably ain't gonna make it if you download that. It ain't about that. It's about if
Yeah.
you gonna run with it, go do the exclusive and copy that bitch. You know, 500 to 1,000, just pay for it once you like it. It's just an easier system. I can go download it for
Yeah.
20, $30 and rap to it, and then go back later on and just be like, fuck it, this is a hard song. I'm going to just buy the whole beat rather than
Yeah.
buying beats from a major producer and then you might not use that song. Now you're just stuck with a beat that you can pay $800 for, and you don't
Huh.
even know you're just forcing it because you paid for it. So a lot of times it's just a more smart decision. It's all about volume, just having a lot of shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But a lot of times, them producers, if you let them hit a song and it's a hit, a lot of times they'll let you run with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they doing it for. Ain't nobody just trying to be a YouTube producer. They everybody that make beats, the goal is to get a major nigga. But
Yeah.
odds is that shit like a cult. So if you ain't fucking with their manager, they publisher or they label, a lot of times it ain't even about your beats being hot. I might have hotter beats than all the niggas, but Future already got a relationship with them niggas. Like, hey, I'm gonna buy you a Bentley in the house, and I get to keep 100% of all the masters.
Hmm.
And them producers cool with that.
Yeah.
So, well, otherwise, I gotta pay you 50%. I ain't paying you 50% of 10 million. Y'all niggas gonna come in with these lawyers talking about 50% and you get your producer cut. He like, them niggas like, yo, got it all. He like, hell no, we ain't doing that. Here go this
Yeah.
Bentley and this Lambo and this condo or something. And you gonna be able to get money all the rest of the niggas because you produce it for me. And a
Yeah.
lot of them
Yeah.
producers is taking that pay cut because they know they can charge 7,000 in the street all day. Because I done produce a Future.
Huh.
So them niggas getting ran game on. A lot of times the YouTube producers, they own their masters. So you can go sell it, lease it as many times as you want, but they still own it.
Yeah.
And they make up their rules. So at the end of the day, and on top of that, they get paid from every time you press play on the YouTube video. So they don't even gotta lease
Right.
it. It's
So they
every
got
million, every
multiple facets off that one beat making money for them.
I can make beats on it. I can make money off a beat 2 times. Every million plays on YouTube is 3,500.
Yeah.
So you go look at them beats and they run it up. And if they got 30 beats up at 100K, 200K, 30, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Shit. All you
That
gotta
beat
do
the
is
made
just,
that beat the made its own money.
not to mention, I could take $100 and go run a YouTube ad and put my beat on the front of an ad, and then they gonna spike it up. I can go get a whole nother 500,000 views whenever I feel like it, just by boosting it with an ad promotion. So
Hmm.
now I don't even need no rapper no more.
Huh.
That's the why I got into branding and marketing, because now I can go boost up Instagrams, TikToks, I can boost up YouTubes, I can go pay the right people, and then get a million views whenever I feel like it. And
Huh.
I'm just basically investing my money and reinvesting and flipping. And I don't need a rapper no more. So I would say they just know their roadmap. Like, you in it for the fame, Grammys and shit, all that crazy shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just want to
Yeah.
make 6 figures a year and be cool and
Yeah.
feed my
That's
kids
what's up.
and chill out.
So
Can you let
oh, go ahead, Kim Flo.
can you let the people know what our businesses you do branding for?
Oh man, everybody. Real estate. I do NFL charities. I do influencers, brand influencers. So, you know, YouTube stars. We do let's see, the Prince family on YouTube. I do a lot of their music. Corey Pritchett Jr., that's one of my clients. Uh, let's see, who else I knocked out? Brian Angel from Day 26. Uh, I got man, so many. I do Kevin Smith. He did Jay and Silent Bob. I got a bunch of NFL players. That's just, that
Uh,
they
Hmm.
do. I
I was
really,
I was more so asking if the people, if somebody wanted to contact you, it don't matter what their business is, you do branding for it all.
man, from boutique, I'm doing online boutique tonight. That's what I gotta go pay attention to. You start a business, 9 times out of 10, business owners don't have time to do social media. So
Fact.
Hmm.
I basically take their business, create content for it, and put it in the right places where people will buy it. Because a lot of times they paying for this Facebook and Instagram ads, and that shit don't really connect like that. So it's
Hmm.
all about people. So I manage 9 influencers ranging from 50K to 1 million followers, and I utilize they promotional platforms to promote other businesses. And they all in Texas, so it's regional. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a business here that wants more promotion, I create different styles of content and then create collaboration posts that specifically target their business and utilize hashtag science, search engine optimization, SEO, analytics, Google AdWords, and then you got to go back into what's called share worthy science. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would somebody share? Ain't nobody gonna share your album cover, but they will share. For instance, with Lil Kiki, we did a song called Left Right. It was about him and Paul Wall swanging. It's him and Paul Wall. I produced the beat. They talking about how they
Come
gonna
on.
pay and do this. I was like, nah, let me just. I went to Grand Theft Auto, did a mod account, and got race cars on there swinging left and right, and then I put that in the Grand Theft Auto group with 3 million followers. All these kids that play Grand Theft Auto. So I put that video in there with the song under it. We got 3 million streams in one day.
Hmm.
without no official. I teach artists how to make streams and views without having a video. Nobody got time to go out in the sun and be shooting no video out here.
So how do the people contact you if they want your consulting expertise or any other
They
business
can just hit
venture?
my
How do,
Necronam branding is my gram. They can hit me on there or my Young Necro like page on Facebook. It's Young Necro. YUNGNECRO. That's my like page. If they message there or message that or my gram, which is Necronom Branding, NECRONAM branding, the full word, then they can just hit me on there. Usually I'm on there every 2-3 days, something like that. And as long as it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I choose my clients right now because it gotta make sense. And I'm just one
yeah,
person. So but if it makes sense and I see they got a good idea, because it ain't about getting a following. I mean, I can jump somebody up to 30, 40K in a week on their Instagram. That's what they want. But I really just don't like doing that shit no more. I started out doing that, but right now I just really want something that's gonna be able to sell something. So if we're
yeah,
gonna do that, what we selling? Why you
huh,
gonna want people to just look at you all day, or you gonna sell something?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I want 10,000 people to spend $5 with you. So me and you go to the bank, bust down 25, 25.
yeah.
I don't want you to just have a bunch of followers and you pay me $300-$400 for that, and then that's it. Like, these kids I got, boy, they're gone in 2 days.
Texas Prison Stories say he got 57.5K subscribers, growing each day. If he want
Yeah,
if
he
you
can
want
get
to
it on his
network,
own.
hit him. He said if you want to network, hit him up.
Yeah, we just, it ain't as simple as it seems like the following them. But I have to optimize his account. I got to make sure he ain't got no violations. I got to make sure he ain't been flagged. And then if he passed all that, then I got to make sure certain things set up in his account where it's cross promoted. He got to be linked to a Facebook like page. You have to be linked to a Facebook. So if you link to that, then that's going to be double the check. A lot of people be like, oh, Facebook for old people. Not the like pages.
Yeah.
Like pages,
Okay.
they pay out more than YouTube.
Oh,
You
that's
do it
what's up.
right.
That's what's up.
Yeah, YouTube ain't got shit on the Facebook like page. You get your like page linked to your IG, and then you get everything where you post on IG, go straight to that like page. Then I can take that like page and do some Jeezy shit to it.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
get my
what's
Make
up.
that.
So
let
y'all
me get
make
my
sure.
together. I'm gonna slide up in your DMs, get my little money together. If it's not too much to ask, is there like a price range, for the people?
Oh
You
shit,
know,
100 to 5,000, depending on what they want. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
okay.
nothing too big. I can
Yeah,
do. I just got to the point 2 months ago where I could do 1 million followers. So I had to get my system right. Like, I got a system that I run where I don't like bots and I don't like that fake shit. So everything I do is organic to where it's real people. Commenting is real people, liking is real reviews. It's like we're playing the rule. We're playing with the rules of the algorithm because now they got it set to where they can just flag your account anyway. So it ain't even no point in
yeah,
doing nothing fake. You want to grow it real. So when you have the followers, when you posting content, you at least have 30% in there. That's because can't nobody stop a bot. You can post anything
right.
right now and a goddamn bot pop up in your comments. That's just some whole other superhuman shit they got going on. But the key is making sure that you look like what it is that you're trying to attract. So I have to talk to
Yeah,
each person on the phone and do a roadmap with them. Like, okay, where are you trying to go? What you selling? What's your goals? What are you building? And then I break it down into steps for them and make it easy. Instead of trying to do everything at once, you just want to have a plan, a roadmap. So in 3 months, you'll be here. Okay, cool. We know we're going to do this week, that week. And I send you an email every week on, okay, this week go do a video like this. Go take a picture like that. Go make sure you got this done. Make sure you got your logo, your watermarks.
Yeah,
Make sure you got,
slide
you
up in
know,
your yeah,
yeah,
we got
yeah, it's just I make it easy for you, so because ain't nobody trying to do this shit for free. I mean, you
yeah.
know, like Instagram make all this money, they $1 billion company, but we ain't pay them shit. How do they do that?
Right.
It's all about data. Data is the new gold. SEO is the new gold. Every time somebody, I'm gonna leave y'all with this: 30,000 views is worth $7,000.
Hmm.
That's
mm,
what Instagram get paid for 30K views.
Dang.
99% of the users on your Facebook and Instagram not getting paid that 7,000.
Right.
So
mm.
that so go look at everybody that you be seeing posting shit and just look at the views on their reels and story, whatever. You're like, damn. Try to calculate how much money Facebook and Instagram get. You can't.
So
Too
y'all hear
much.
all this game he got. Y'all can go to in the
Um,
lab in dash V dash lab. We're gonna put everything in his bio,
Listen,
contact information. Come get the game.
young Necro, listen, I'm gonna get with you because I don't know if you heard of this platform called Fan Base, but yeah, I'm gonna get with you
Yeah, I fuck
about
with it.
that platform.
Yeah, we do TikTok, we do OnlyFans, we do YouTube, we do Bigo, we do Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting into Apple Music. They're a little harder to crack, but Spotify, like anything that you need to get enhanced on, there's always a strategy for it that's organic. You know what I'm
Oh, I'm
saying?
trying
It's
to
just
bring you.
about
I'm trying to bring you to the platform. It's like a black owned. Well, it was created by Isaac Hayes the third. You know, the single son. You know what I'm
dope.
saying?
Oh,
I'm
that's dope.
invested in the platform, but I'm trying to bring people who got something to add to the platform, like you.
No
it's like
doubt.
a subscription.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I said,
So
just DM
I'm
it to
gonna.
me. Let me know who you is. And yeah, it's no doubt. Like I said, I wake up every day and dedicate myself to let me learn. What did I learn new today? Every
Okay.
Hmm.
morning I wake up. That's what I do for 2 hours. I'm reading. So
Hmm.
that's good. Because with this technology changes every 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Right.
So shit good right now, and then 3 months later they change the terms and conditions on some shit, and then now we gotta start from back from the Stone Age type shit. That's what they do. When niggas figure something out, they switch it.
Hmm.
So that's why I be low key with it a lot, because we go burn it up and everybody get the information, then it fuck up everything. That's like everybody knowing about you know the ATM on Third Street don't work and it spit out a rack every time you try to charge your cup. Boy, they gonna go kill that shit, and then the next thing you know, they gonna go swap out the ATM. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's how this internet shit is. It's just
Okay.
I'm keeping it like that's why I'm doing it like this first, just dealing with hands on. But no, it ain't. I'm not trying to upcharge or deal with only celebrities. And this was created for, and I know some hot ass rappers that ain't never made it, and they don't know how to
Yeah.
go put themselves. Some niggas just be so creative, but they don't got no mark. They ain't got no grind. So I was just
Okay.
blessed with grind and
Texas
and
Prison
talent,
Story
and
say
that's just what happened
he
Okay.
hit 9.2 million views today on YouTube and Spotify. Hey, congratulations
with his music,
on that Texas Prison Story.
or a podcast.
I think it's a podcast platform, Texas Prison Stories. He interview ex-cons and things of that nature,
Oh, that's dope. Yeah,
highlight
he
what
in the
they
money right there.
doing.
He in the money. He in
He
the money.
he can explain it a little bit more than me, but yeah, it's a pretty decent. It's a damn good platform that he got there.
I could
And
show
it's
him. I
on
could show
all
him where.
experience.
I could show him where to go get grants. He can go get a grant right now.
Huh?
Listen,
Yeah. So definitely,
Go ahead and get
definitely
his
I
grants.
network.
show me where I can get a grant for a single black. Where can I get a grant for that?
No, if you black, now listen to me. If you black and you own a tech company, what y'all doing right now is considered a tech company. Because eventually you'll be charging for advertising. You'll be charging artists to play their music. You'll be charging for people to do, whatever. It's considered
Mm-hmm.
tech.
Yeah.
It's through technology. They're
Mm-hmm.
the .gov of Houston, Texas in general, is trying to do what's called company accelerators, where
Hmm.
they know that the bank ain't gonna accept this business plan like real estate or a car loan or something like that. So they got companies right now. I can give y'all the information. Y'all can put it in a link, because I ain't even gonna charge for that. That's just it's two companies here that's funded by Verizon and Chase Bank, to where they're funding minority tech owners. All you gotta do
Hmm.
is have your DBA S Corp LLC, however you got it set up, and have a roadmap together where you go speak in front of a panel right here on 59 in front of these white folks, and they fund you, and you just have your numbers figured out on what does it take you to get to success, what you need, 50, 100, whatever. One of my partners just got 100,000 for his distribution company.
Man,
Hmm.
listen
Nobody
here.
in Houston know about this.
Do you help with business plans? Do you help with
Let me tell you
podcast?
why business plans. Let me tell you why business plans is a thing of the past. Because you could have the best motherfucking pie graph, circle chart, but that
Huh.
ain't guaranteeing me your ass gonna wake up every day and treat my money like it's yours.
Huh.
Right.
Everybody
Well, I
hip
feel
to that.
like
So when
we
you
got
go
a
do the
roadmap
let
to
me tell you they slogan. Let me tell you their slogan. We invest in people, not businesses.
Hmm.
okay.
They ain't looking at your business plan. They're looking at how you explain it, how well thought out it was, and how much you believe in yourself based on how you know. Because when you're talking, you can go over something and it's certain shit you can say. You talking to people with money. When you talking to somebody with money, they already know how to hear your conversation and pick holes in the bullshit.
Yeah.
So they can ask you 2 or 3 questions and get to the point very fast. But it's the things you could say that in a business conversation where they're like, all right, I'm with it. All the investors I ever had for any company, they never had a business plan. It was just my conversation. I could map out the competitive advantage, what niggas ain't doing. We ain't got no competition here, or this time I'm gonna beat out the competition because they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, doing it. They could tell when you thought that shit out.
Yeah.
They could just tell. You just get this instinct. You know what I'm saying? You can
Oh,
just tell.
I
So I
gotta
don't want to look at no business. You
So
go
we
trying
got
to
to
get
go
somebody to
jumping
sit
for the
down and
Shark
look.
Tank.
You can't get nobody's base in real life. That's how real life shit go. Nobody want to sit down and look at no business plan. They not long. Niggas got rich shit to do. Ain't got
Yeah.
time to
So we
read
got
no
to go jumping
paragraphs.
for the Shark Tank.
Nah, they want to see you and see what it is and see how well you thought that. And can you memorize or put out your? Can you tell me in 5 minutes what the hell you trying to do with 100,000? You
Yeah.
got to know that. And I don't.
mm,
I don't want to read no paper. I want to see if you can memorize. If you memorize, like it's certain things you just know when people serious enough.
Yeah.
That's how they basing business investments now. It ain't like the bank. Anything in music and tech and podcasts or anything like that, boutiques, anything. Nobody caring about business plans. Business plans only matter when you're doing real estate and building subdivisions and shit.
Yeah.
mm,
Some shit like that, building a pharmacy or something. That's a business plan. That's the government and regulations and all that. But we talking shit we talking about? Nah, this is just on you. You the person that the business plan don't work if you die.
Hmm.
So I need to know what kind of person you is. Do you live every day? You healthy motherfucker? Is you gang banging? I need to
Yeah.
know what. I don't care about good your gang, your business player is. You out here thugging, you West Side cripping. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they looking at shit like that. They not looking at, you know what I'm saying? They looking at how marketable it is, the time frame, and okay, how long you think this will take? That's an answer you gotta know.
Hmm.
So
mm,
we got 6 to 8 months of discovery phase, and then after that, saying
Hmm.
about 2 years we'll be in the profit zone because this is how much money we intend to make every month. Okay, cool. They just gonna
Yeah.
risk it and chance it because you just spit it back at them fast. So it's up to you to
mm,
know exactly what. It ain't about no business plan. It's about where I'm gonna put the money, how I'm gonna flip it, who's my competition, have a competitive advantage over your competition, and then even if the number is big, to beat them out. Okay, you need goddamn uh Jenny Ico on your shoulder, jump it off first. How much that costs? If you know the price, 85,000. They'd rather go invest in your podcast than the rest of them because at least you got something that make them look good. See, the big money niggas, it's all about what make them look good.
Hmm.
They don't care about the
mm,
price because they got the millions. You got a plug to go do that? Bet. Hell yeah, that look good. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm investing with you because it sound good.
Hmm.
And that's where they make their investments at. They can go get somebody to write up a business plan and the nerd shit in the bank all day. They can go to somebody do that and just put them on your team.
Yeah.
mm,
So I'm gonna give y'all the links to the 2 company accelerators where that's how they think. They don't think like business plans. They think like I want to meet you and just hear your vision and see how
Right.
passionate you is and how much you thought it out. Did you think like you already got the money before you had the money? Because if you had the 2 million sitting up right now, what would be your next 2 months activities? That's how you gotta
mm.
think when you put that shit together.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you up because it's a consultation that needs to be had.
Yeah. 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 We definitely gonna
Yeah,
reach out to
that's
the
how I close every deal. That's how I close
Necronam
every deal.
Consulting.
No
So one
doubt.
more
Yeah.
time, one more time for the people. You know, right before you go, run it down real quick. What all you do? Um.
Producer, executive movie supervisor. We're doing all the Queen's Men. I'm a music supervisor for the soundtrack on BET. Tyler Perry. All the Queen's Men TV show on BET. Our season 2 actually
Huh.
about to drop. We're finishing that up right now. Um, Clerks 3 is about to drop with Kevin Smith and them, Jay and Silent Bob and them.
Hmm.
So movie sound score, anything like small films, putting music behind movies. Of course, producing in the music industry. I ain't never stopped that, but I kind of slowed up on it to focus on branding and the movies and shit because I feel like we have to change the black image in America.
Yeah.
And a lot,
Definitely.
whether we realize it or not, we're influenced through our image. People in Germany think we are gangsters because of the movies that's getting put out. So
Hmm.
that's gonna be my next thing is really getting more into film and all of that, just to kind of create real dope, hustle movies that where Spike Lee and them left off at. But
Right.
yeah, movies, that branding, anything with social media, getting you more exposure, that kind of vibe, because that's what music needs to have down to make it. And I'm tired of producing for niggas and this shit to sit on YouTube with 1,000 views. So
Yeah.
I got into that just for that and the branding side, and then photo shoots, videos, the whole nine. Like my team handled anything that just makes something look good, you know,
Does it
all that type of
all?
shit. Just branding and putting your brand. And if you got a boutique or something, I find people with 100K followers to wear your shit and do a commercial for you. You know, I do business commercials, business cards, fucking presentations, pitch decks, all of
Yeah.
that. So the new word is not business plan, it's pitch deck. You pitching something, and you got to have all the facts in one page real quick so you can catch their attention.
Shit,
So
man.
I put that together for companies. See what else? I installed VPN software so people can't hack your phone or hack your cash out. I had to learn how to do that because a lot of influencers was getting hacked and accounts was getting
Yeah.
losing. So I had to step in that
And
world,
that,
data protection, encryption.
Come on.
I build websites, so if you need a website, I do that. Graphics, all that. I create NFTs, so if you want to go into NFT hustle, get on your hustle on that. I create
oh
NFTs
yeah.
for companies.
Come
Come
on.
through.
Man, I can go all day, bro.
Oh
Shit,
man.
Yeah,
all
shit,
day.
man.
That's
Where I
just
put
me.
my application in, man.
Hey, man, I ain't bet nobody keep up yet.
Shit.
You know what I'm
I
saying? You
mean,
got to run.
you might be able
You,
to. You might be able. I might be able to put my sprinters on.
all right,
You know.
well, pull up on me. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where you're going to go, bro. You know, I got you.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I still want to get with you on that other business that you was talking to me about not too long ago. We'll I guess we'll talk off air about that on the music scene.
Yeah, all that, bro. Like I said, it's all, everything is connected. It's just in different
Yeah.
pieces. So once you find your lead in, then, I show you how to space it out into steps to where it ain't overwhelming. Because, people if it's too much to do, you just start procrastinating because it's too much to do. So I
So you
step it.
I heard you say earlier that you started off doing poetry, but just now on your list you ain't write down spoken word, man. When we gonna get you out there?
Hell nah, I been and ran your crowd away, nigga. What the fuck? I
Nah,
come
hell
out there,
nah, man.
I been and thought I was gonna plan for it, then the day of, forgot I was supposed to do it, then get there and be up there like, young black man, learn the ways of the white man. Don't let them, and then they gonna come shoot me, and then it's a wrap.
Yeah, yeah,
Some shit gonna slip out the brain that I ain't supposed to say, and then it fuck around, go viral, and it's a wrap. It's over. You gonna be
yeah.
mad
You
as
ain't
hell
gonna.
because your crowd gonna be like, where'd you find this clown?
Nah,
That's why I
man.
don't do
They
no
just.
podcast. People try to get me to do a podcast. I'm like, nope. I'm gonna say
That
the
man
wrong thing.
his lane.
Nah, I don't do. This is the first interview I
Yeah,
did in like 4 years.
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. We
I don't
and
do no
and
interviews. I don't do none of that because I get talking too long and it's a wrap.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, see, man, it's a pleasure for us to put you in the lab game. You now
Man, I want to see y'all win and kill this shit, boy. That boy Joe Budden and all them niggas getting 3-4 million just for them weak ass part. I'm like, man, come on, man.
come on.
So when you told me you was doing it, I was like, shit, I can support you, bro. Just get it right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So just can you get it
Well,
right? I'm gonna give you the
you
tools.
see how we steamrolling, man. We gonna keep it going.
Nah, they gonna be like, oh, I remember when them boys was on some weird ass app and had to call niggas. Now them boys got a whole warehouse like Joe
Yeah.
Rogan.
Oh man, yeah. You already knowing. It's already in the making.
Joe Rogan make 3.2 million a month to talk about aliens, nigga. I know y'all can do something.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shit,
Yeah.
get on it, my nigga.
That's what's up, man. We
All right, man.
appreciate that.
Appreciate the lab. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Necro signing out.
All right, bro.
All
I
right,
appreciate
Appreciate you for coming through.
no doubt.
Yeah, man. That was a good one. That was a good one, man. You got a lot of game. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a good connect to have. Y'all make sure y'all go to the .com in dash lab dash. I mean in dash the dash lab dash the lab dash .com. Kinfo, you gonna say it again so they hear it a little bit clearer. But
shit. It's in the description.
it's in the description. You can go to our.com and check out Young Necronam along with other guys and females who came through, entrepreneurs, artists, what have you. All their profiles are in the on the.com, social medias, contact information, whatever you need to get in touch with them and take advantage of their services. Um, Man, it's been a good one. Like I said before, Young Necronom, one of the coolest producers out here, just happened to be from our area, Galveston County. Big ups to you. We're definitely gonna keep in touch with you and follow up and see what you got going. Uh, I mean, that's pretty much all I got, man. I'm Nate Baum, the Ghetto River.
This is Jay Bullshit. You know how the chemistry be. Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, see y'all next week in the lab.